Hi everyone, so long time no see of my room. I just wanted to do a chit-chatty, like, really laid back video. Wow, this lighting is not forgiving on my skin. My skin does not look this red or this broken out in real life. I don't know why it looks like that. But yeah, I wanted to just do a really laid back, chill makeup look. I have one product that I bought a couple months ago and I'm debating returning, and not a couple months, it was like a couple weeks ago actually. They wouldn't let me return it if it was a couple months, but it's the NYX Glitter Goals Liquid Eyeshadow. I'm not doing anything today. I have no plans, thankfully, so I can play with makeup and look ridiculous and not have to worry about it. So this is the goal for today. I'm going to try to figure out how to use this, and this is one of my new obsessions at the moment. This is the new Maybelline Soda Pop palette. I have used this a couple times and I do love it, but I've never used it in a video, so I thought why not include it in today's video and try to use these two together. Yeah, so excuse the pillows, they're not fluffed. So I have all of my brushes in this cup. One of my friends, Amanda, she was actually in one of my videos. I'll link it up here in like a little card or whatever. It says "Speak Your Kind." She gave this me for Christmas and I love the cup, and I actually do drink from it, but I have my brushes in it right now, really randomly, so love it. So, thanks, Amanda. Okay, so before we get started, remember to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell. That way you guys get notifications whenever I post future videos. And remember to give this video a big thumbs up and to comment down below what future videos you guys want me to make. Is that English? I don't know. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first I'm gonna put some hand sanitizer on. This is the Bath & Body Works Pocket Back Love Yourself Pineapple Spray Hand Sanitizer. Wow, that's a mouthful. So I just clean my hands. And then we're gonna put the hair up, because I swear I cannot do my makeup when I have my hair in my face. Oh, and I'm obsessed with this jumper. It's from Wild Fox. I got it a couple years ago, but I always forget that I have it. And what was that? And I rediscovered it today, and I was like, oh my gosh, I miss it. It's the softest, like, comfiest thing. It's size small, but everyone always says size down with Wild Fox because they run big, and I didn't believe it when I bought it, so I bought a small, even though I should have gotten an extra small. Look at how big. Okay, wait. Okay, so let's put it properly on my shoulders, right? Properly on my shoulder. Look at how big my fingers end right there. Look at how big that is. And it on me, let me show you. It goes down to my thigh. Okay, I can't show you, but look at how cute it says "Shopping is my cardio." I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so cute. Okay, so I'm obsessed, and it's just so cozy, even though it was actually 100 degrees outside when I walked outside this morning. Like I always say, it's fall. I want to wear sweaters. I'm gonna wear sweaters. So yeah, so let's get started with the makeup. My hair's up. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prime my eyes with the Morphe eyelid primer. And if these videos are long, it's because I really do try to explain everything that I'm doing. So that way, if you're following along with me, it's a lot easier for you guys to like know what I'm doing and exactly where I'm putting things. Because when I first started, scary, I would fast forward through everything, and I was too scared to talk on camera, and I wouldn't show exactly what I was doing, and a bunch of people told me that I should, because they couldn't follow along. So that's what I do, or I try to do now. So if my videos are long, that's why. It's not because it's also that I can't stop talking, but like, yeah, I try to explain everything, that way you guys can follow along with me, and I try to go into detail, that way if I'm recommending a product or reviewing a product, that way I try not to leave anything out for whatever kind of buyer is viewing my video. So yeah, okay, let me stop talking. So next I'm going to use my Maybelline palette, and I'm just going to set that primer with this brush from Amazon, and I'm going to take the shade Ginger Ale, which is this like creamy shade. It's like a pink undertone. It's really pretty. And normally I don't like Maybelline eyeshadows, but the Lemonade Craze one of this kind of palette, and then this one I really like, so I'm impressed, because the Maybelline Nudes palettes, I really don't like those. Like, I really don't like those. And trust me, I've tried them. Like, I just kept spending my money on them, and I was always afraid to return them, so I have them. Or I might have thrown them out or given them away. But they were just chalky, and when people were like, oh my gosh, these are so good, I never understood why. Don't get me wrong, Maybelline has some pretty great products. Like, their lip products are fantastic. But their eyeshadows, or their powder ones at least. Because the ones that come in the quads, I like those. The cream ones, like the color tattoos, love those. Those were my jam in high school and middle school. Well, I couldn't really use them in middle school, but I had them, but I couldn't wear them out, but whatever. But the palettes were awful, and I never understood why, because why just not use the same formula? You know what I mean? Never understood it. But now they're actually like understand, I guess, hearing feedback from the consumer, and they're finally getting good at eyeshadow again, so. Okay, so now that's done. Just going to take another brush from that same Amazon pack, and I'm gonna take the shade. Okay, let's figure out what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade Cola Float, which is this kind of like a reddish brown. I'm just gonna take that lightly into the crease and outer corner. And see, these are so pigmented, whereas I barely touched it and I did tap off excess, and it's still that pigmented. And these are scented, which I do like. I'm really into that whole scented trend, scented makeup trend. Really into it. The Lemonade one is scented too, and I really like it. Oh, and I'm looking right here because it's where my mirror's at. I'm doing this really messily. I want it to be really blown out and really diffused. And then I'll go back in with like a more precise brush and intensify it. And I'm holding the brush in the middle, not the total end. If you want to really have it lightly applied, hold it at the end. If you want it like medium, middle. If you want a lot of product and a lot of pigment, hold it on the, what is this called, like the ferrule or something of the brush. Hold it on the middle part. But I want like medium intensity, so I'm holding in the middle. And I'm doing circular windshield wiper motion, so I'm going in circles, but also back and forth like that. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat the same thing to the other eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take a Morphe M139 brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of Crushing and Root Beer. So Crushing is the orange, and Root Beer is the dark brown. So barely any, and then I'm going to take a little bit of Cola Float and mix those three. I'm just going to place that on the outer corner and into the direct crease, which is when your eye opens. You see how your eye creases? That's what I call, I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but that's what I call it, the direct crease. So I'm not blending it up, I'm just putting it directly in the crease. And I'm not doing circular motions, that way it doesn't go out, I'm just putting it in the crease. The only part that I'm doing circular motions is in the outer corner. So I pat it, I place it by patting it, and then I blend it out in circular motions. I'm gonna take the first blending brush. Just gonna blend that with the transition shade. Okay. So because I don't know how intense, for lack of a better word, this is gonna be, I'm just gonna stop here with the powder eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna put this on, and then I'll build up. This, when I swatched it, reminds me a lot of the Stylus Glitter and Glow, I think that's what it's called, eyeshadow. That was what I swatched. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't own any of the Stylus ones, but on my hand, when I have swatched it, that's what that looks like. So, okay, so I'm gonna use a mirror, that way I don't mess up. Okay, so I'm gonna take a Crown oval concealer brush, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of the NYX, oh, I didn't ever say what this is called. This is called the NYX Glitter Goals Liquid Eyeshadow, and I have the shade Polished Pinup, which is like a rose gold kind of color. I'm gonna put a bunch of that on the back of my hand, like so. And then taking the Crown brush, I'm gonna pick it up on the brush, and then I'm gonna put it on the lid. Hopefully still, I don't regret this. Whoa. Yup. That is significantly more intense than I had anticipated. Oh, and I didn't get lash extensions. These are my lashes. What I got done was what's called a lash lift or lash perm. And what that is where, like how in the 80s people would get perms in their hair. I got that done on my lashes. My lashes are really naturally really long. That doesn't make sense. Naturally, they're really long. They're just really straight and really hard to work with, which is why mascara is always a struggle for me. So I got a lash lift or a lash perm, so that way my lashes are permanently curled. It lasts about 6 to 8 weeks. I also got them tinted because my lashes, even though they are dark, they're not as dark as my hair. So I'm obsessed with it. It's boosted my confidence surprisingly. Like, not surprisingly, but I didn't expect it to boost it as much as it did. Exponentially. I don't know how, like, I'm not gonna go without this because now I wake up and I feel like, oh, I don't need makeup because my eyes just look so much more open and bright. Okay, so that's what that looks like. It's kind of choppy, but I'm gonna see if once it dries, hopefully it looks better. I don't know if I should have put a primer down. I don't know. Like I said, I've never worked with this. Hopefully I don't regret this decision. But again, I'm not going anywhere today, so it doesn't really matter if my makeup doesn't look good. This is what I do with my free time. I just play with makeup. And I thought, why not film it? Honestly, most of my best looks, at least in my opinion, come when I'm not planning it. It just happens. I'm not necessarily saying that this is one of them because I can't tell yet, but some of my all-time favorite looks that I've done are when I'm not planning or when they're not planned. And unfortunately, those are always the ones that I don't have an event or anything to go to. So it's not necessarily a waste of makeup because I don't think that's a thing, but kind of a waste because I look so good in my opinion, and no one's gonna see it. It's already flaking off of my eye, which I'm not happy about. Like, I can already see fallout, and it's only been, what, 15 seconds? Okay. It's pretty, but kind of a pain in the butt to apply. So I'm gonna leave it there. I really hope I don't regret this decision of putting this stuff on. If not, I can just return it, but it's always a hassle, and I always feel bad returning it because no one can use it if you just throw it out, which I'm grateful for. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for. And I'm very grateful for the fact that I can return it and get my money back. But I feel bad because it's like product going to waste. Okay, so I'm letting it dry really quick, and then I'm going to maybe smoke it out a little bit more, just because I feel like it needs it. And then I'm gonna apply a thin line of liquid liner. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Serum, 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum in the shade Ultra Black. So I'm gonna show everything to you guys, but just so you guys know what I'm gonna do. So let's let this dry. Yeah, don't they look so good, the lashes? And this has already been on for 3 weeks. So it's already halfway through, and look at how good they look. I'm gonna, when I get it done next time, I'm gonna see if I can film the process, and I'll show you guys, and I'll tell you guys what it's like, and I'll have my esthetician walk you guys through care and all that. So I'm gonna take the same Morphe M319 brush with the same 3 shades, tap off the excess, smoke it out. Oh wow, okay, no, that's not smart. It makes, if you put powder on top of it, it makes the powder extremely patchy, like, oh. I'm honestly scared to put eyeliner on top of this now. Oh, no, 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 and it flakes off everywhere. Maybe I'll give it one more chance with a glitter primer, but those are always a pain in the butt to use. I had my phase where I loved them, but it makes blending a pain in the butt. I tried it as like an alternative to spraying the brush. Spraying the brush is so much easier because you can blend it in terms of intensity, especially for metallic pigments. Just spray your brush. Oh no, no, no. Ugh, I don't like this. You see how it clung? And it's, can you guys see the glitter? No, no, no. Not a fan. No, 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 no. If it's flaking off already, I can only imagine throughout the day what it's gonna do. And that freaks me out. Because I don't mind fallout before I have my foundation on and before I have my face on. But once I have all that on, it better not go, like, I don't like it to come off. It just doesn't look blended. If you guys have tried this, did this happen to you or is it just me? I guess I have to leave it like that. And it's not like I added more of the shadow than I did before. I did the exact same thing I did before. Whatever. Okay. So, done with eyeshadow, I guess. Now I'm gonna apply eyeliner, which I'm terrified to do because I don't want to mess up the eyeliner. Okay. Did a baby wing. I'm already bad at eyeliner to begin with, so this is my bad eye, so wish me luck. I'm not kidding when I say I think the glitter is getting in my eye, because I've used this eyeliner and obviously I've used eyeshadow, and my eyes immediately watering, which I have very watery eyes, so I wouldn't put it past me to just be crying, like not crying, but for my eyes to be watering. But when I I touched my eye with the eyeliner, I think the glitter like flaked off and got in my eye, and it's making my eyes water. And ignore my nail polish. It's really bad. I did it myself. And I can do makeup well, but I cannot do my nails to save my life. The only kind of annoying thing about the lashes is that if you're an eyeliner person, it's kind of hard to see what you're doing because your lashes are long. My wings are never even, which is why I never do wing eyeliner. Like, that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm really bad at wing liner. So, sorry. Okay, so now I'm just gonna wipe off the fallout, which there's a lot of it. Ah, no, no, no. Okay, let me go get really fresh wipes and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just grabbed my water wipes from my bathroom. I use water wipes. I also like Huggies, but my Huggies, I ran out of them. Water wipes I've been using them at night because they don't burn my skin, because it's actually just water. And I have very sensitive skin, so normal makeup remover and makeup wipes and most products in general burn my skin, like to the point where, see, just touching my skin makes me super red. So I have to be really careful with products. And these wipes, they don't break me out, they don't burn. The only thing I have to say is that they're not as soft as Huggies, especially like the Huggies, what are they called? Pure one, the natural ones. They come in like a white and green pack. They're not as soft, but even sometimes Huggies can burn, which that's how you know. When baby wipes burn, that's when you know your skin is sensitive. But yeah, these don't hurt. So it's just water. I think it's a drop of, I want to say grapefruit essential oil, but it doesn't smell. It has absolutely no scent. They're a little bit more expensive, so I don't use them all the time or to clean things. Like if I was just cleaning up a swatch, I would not use this, but for my makeup every night, that's what I use. I use that, or I use just face wash. Depends on my day. I'm planning on doing a skincare routine soon. This is a scar, and I think that's a scar. Currently, I have like one active breakout right here and right here, so that's two. But everything else, they're just like scarring or hyperpigmentation from former pimples that haven't gone down yet. But for the most part, my skin's really clear. Mostly I don't wear makeup, so I like to let my skin breathe. Okay, so now that's dry. And I'm gonna do my face makeup. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna use is my Cosmetics CC cream. I'm gonna use this in a little while. In the shade Light. I love this because it's my SPF. I use the powder every single day. Or, yeah, honestly every day. Even when I'm not wearing like the rest of my face, I just use a little bit of that because it does have SPF 50, and the SPF normally breaks me out or burns my skin. And this does neither, so the Rodeo Cosmetics line does neither. I haven't tried their, I think it's called the Sun Shield or something like that. I haven't tried that, so I can't vouch for that product, but in terms of the CC creams, don't burn, don't break me out, knock on wood. But for the time that I've been using them, which is like 2 or 3 years now, yeah, it's the best. So I do use the powder every single day, just like the light dusting, even when I'm not wearing makeup, because I want the SPF 50. And actually all SPF breaks me out, except for this one, so that's why I do use it. Before I would use this every day, but then I would have to set it. But now that I have the powder, okay, so I just finished blending that in, and I need a little bit more because I only put half a pump. So I'm gonna take a barely any, maybe like a pump. If that, I'm just gonna put it where I'm really red right now. Just patting that in. Oh, and I'm using a NYX Cosmetics Airbrush Blurring Foundation 101 brush. Okay, so I'm going to use the smallest little bit of concealer. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade Light. Barely any, because I really don't like my under eye to be too bright. I know that sounds weird, considering the trend is the brighter the better, but I don't like it. I feel like it looks too fake. For me personally, on a lot of people I love the way it looks, but on me it looks really weird. And because I want it to really blend, I'm using the same. So now I'm gonna powder my face. Okay, so the first powder that I'm gonna use is the Glossier water powder in the shade Light Medium. And I'm gonna take an Eco Tools. This is the old look, so I don't even know what this is called. This brush is called. It's like a stippling brush. I'm just going to stipple the powder on my face. So I'm actually not gonna use the second powder, because even though this powder is not that good for oil control, I'd rather blot throughout the day than look cakey right now. Like so. And I like how you can still see a little bit of my natural skin through. On camera it looks like there's a lot of redness, but in person there's absolutely none. So I don't know, like my skin is completely blank. So I don't know why it's coming up on camera, but oh well. Okay, so now I'm gonna bronze or contour, and I'm gonna use my Wowder powder, but in the shade Dark Deep, and I'm gonna take an Real Techniques contour brush. Take a little bit from the packaging, and then I'm gonna take the lid. I'm just gonna swirl it on the lid. Think like the Bare Minerals, like tap, swirl, buff. That's what I'm doing with this. Mineral makeup breaks me out like there's no tomorrow, so I want to love it. It's super pretty, but no matter what I use, what brand I use, no matter what, guaranteed. And not like blackheads, like it's like legitimate acne, and it hurts. And I've spent money. I've bought almost a full Bare Minerals line before. It does not work for me. Okay, so now I feel contoured and bronzed and good. Just finish my neck. So now I'm gonna take, I don't know where this brush is from, but I'm gonna take the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Risque. Tap it a couple times, tap on the back of my hand. So now, time for the highlight. I'm going to use, shocker, my OFRA Rodeo Drive highlighter. On a Morphe brush. This came in a set, so it doesn't have a number on it. Use a stippling brush from XOXO. I'm gonna blend that out, like so. Okay. So now I'm gonna clean the brow bone, or the brow, with the wet water wipe from earlier, so it doesn't have like foundation and whatever else in there. See the difference? And I actually just realized I don't have a brow product, so I'm gonna grab it. Okay, so I'm gonna use the NudeStix. I haven't used this in a minute. This is the NudeStix Eyebrow Stylus Pencil and Gel. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so now I'm going to curl my lashes really quick. And normally I would put on lash primer, but actually, yeah, let's just go for it. Why not? Okay, so I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Base Mascara Primer. I don't know if I like this one more or not, or if I like it as much as the other one. It's the one in the white tube. Like, I like it enough to use it up, but if I would repurchase it, that's the real question, and I don't know. I can't answer that just yet. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry for a couple seconds, and while I do that, I'm gonna line my lips a little bit with the Morphe Makeup Talk lip liner. Ow, that needs to be sharpened. So I couldn't find the sharpener for the Morphe one, so I'm gonna use the NYX lip liner in the shade Nutmeg. Okay, now I'm just gonna apply the mascara really quick. I'm gonna use the Glossier mascara. So I'm gonna use the Glossier mascara. Fun fact, in the olden days, to remove clumps, they would get sewing needle and they would go through their lashes. And sometimes I wish I had like just the like coordination to do that rather than use a spoolie, because sometimes the spoolie it's not like thin enough or not fine enough to get in between like certain clumps, which really annoys me. So yeah, okay, so now I'm gonna use the new Alissa Ashley lip gloss from e.l.f. in the shade Nude Rose. I don't know if she has multiple, but I used it. Oh, that smells. I don't know if this smells good or not. I can't tell. Oh yeah, it's the exact same shade as the Nutmeg lip liner. It's pigmented. I like the doe foot. It's like the curve. It's curved like your lip. Oh, not a fan. We'll take it. Okay. So that's the completed look. What do you guys think? It's kind of like an everyday look, but more glam because of the glitter. I kind of dig it. I dig it. Let's take the hair down. Okay, what do you guys think? So it looks like. I like it. Right, I'm excited to see how it wears. I'll leave in the description box what I think of or how it wears and if I like the eyeshadow or not. And I'll definitely update you guys if I keep it or not. So yeah, do you guys like this makeup look? Let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, a big thumbs up, and leave a comment down below what you guys think, if you guys have used any of these products, if you guys want to use any of these products. Also, what future videos should I do? Remember to subscribe to my channel and to ring the notification bell. That way you guys get notifications whenever I post future videos. And follow me on social media. I have my hand with the names up here, and then I have all the links down below in the description box as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!